Okay, today I'm going to try to do the textbook project 2. Make sure you have project 2. So we need to open up their file from chapter 2. And I cannot stress enough, these are all kind of same. So make sure you're on the 31st. Textbook project 2. We start this. They have the book here on the left and our file on the right. I have a hard copy textbook, so I'm just going to open my file. Before I ever open, I go to continue because the textbook projects have funky names, and you'll see it's the same freaking name we did last time, except it's got 2 here. So when we open this up from chapter 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go enable this. When I go to save this, I don't get confused about where it's at. I'm going to go create a folder. So I'm going to go to Browse, go into my K drive, go to Assignments, go down to CS110, Ag 108, my name. And as soon as I get into my name, I'm going to hit New Folder because I have already this Kilgore, so I don't want to do this. So I'm going to name this Excel Chapter 2. So I don't get, and then open that up. So I have to open that up. Now I'm going to put the name this file should be and paste it in. So it's CS, so I make sure I have the right name. So we have a blank worksheet. And this starts on Excel 2-4. And it says select cell A1. And you're going to type this Clipboard engineering, and then type salary, and I'm just hitting enter to go down. So when I hit my enter key, it goes down to A2, and then with A3 employee, and then go down to make sure I'm in the right cell. So this one should be B3. I need to make sure I'm in B3 email address. So I can use my arrow keys to move over. Okay, so email address, employees in this cell, email address C3. So be careful, you're in the right cell, you're not typing the same one. And this one's going to be dependents. And I'm using my arrow key to move over to the next cell. And then it's hours in D3. And I'm looking here to make sure I'm on D3 when I type the hours in. And then type E3, so over here E3 is going to be hourly, and then Alt-Enter. So when I do Alt-Enter, I stay in the same cell, and I type pay rate, and then comma, and then I go over to pay, gross pay. And then over to G3, and make sure I'm in G3 and federal. Tax, federal, make sure I spell everything right, tax. And then to the next cell is state, tax. And then tax percentage. And then net pay. Make sure I'm cell J3. I am in cell J3. It says right there. So J3 net pay. And then hire date. In K3. Now, press the right arrow key. Select cell A4. So A4. First one is Alt-Or. B&E. Okay. And then to the right. So I'm hitting the right key, or you can hit Tab. I'm putting email address should be the next one. Right arrow key 2 times, so I need to go over to dependent box. So I want to make sure I'm in C4 when I type this 3. So that puts a 3 in there. And then 74.5 is the hours he worked. And then next cell is 35.25. That's E4. And then the date, which is 9/5/10. Now, if this does something funky on you, or jump to something, like some number or whatever, make sure it says date here. So if you get some weird ass, it'll look like this, something like that. Make sure this says date. So you have to come in here, date, to get it in here. And I can just click there and type it. So type date. It should highlight. If I don't see date in here, so there's short date, long date. And so we don't want long date. You want to make sure it's date. So when we open up date, we can, here, let me slow that down. You can go here to number, and we can pick date and the style of date, and this is what it should be defaulted to. So that's what we want to make sure, and it resized on me. I did that, but anyway, this is the date I want to make it display at. So it's 9/5/10. So actually, when we put it in, it didn't have the 10 on it. And then we go to the next cell. So it doesn't matter if it has the 2010, as long as it's got 9/5/10. Anyway, we're going to enter all the data on the table in EX26. So I'll pause this and enter all that. So this is the data from the table. You'll find this table in the book. You can enlarge the view. This is the data I'm going to enter. So I'll pause it while I put it all. Okay, you want to make sure this data is correct. You'll notice I don't have zeros in here. Don't freak out about that. You know, if yours looks a little different, if it had zeros, because you typed, 0.00 here, it's not a big deal. You know, it should be, your numbers, this number should have. So anyway, I'm just checking my data, going through, make sure I got them all spelled right. The next step is kind of a tough one. It's flash fill. So what we're going to do is click cell B4. Okay, and in here we're going to type Baltor at example.com, and then press the down arrow just like B5. And then we're going to type lfox at example.com. And I gotta stress, this may not work, so don't freak out if it doesn't. But now it says, okay, click the enter button to enter Linda's Fox email address in cell B5. So the enter button or enter key, enter button there. Now click on the data. So we've got to have this cell selected. And then when I go up here and click on the data, okay. And then when I click the flash fill button tab, and it shows it clear over here, there's a flash fill. Mine's going to look a little different. It's in the data tools. So I'm in data tools here, and I find this flash fill. That I have to point at them to get. This is the flash fill. So when I click this button, okay, and it should fill them in. If for some reason that did not fill in, did not work for you, then just go ahead and type them in. But it should work. So I'm going to save my document. It's correct up to this point on 2-7. So now I'm going to go down here, and then I'm going to type the totals, the highest, the lowest, and the average. I'm going to go across and put these formulas in. I'm kind of skipping ahead, but I want to make sure you get the right formulas in here. I'm going to maximize these out so you can see them. So in this cell, this is gross paid. So the formula cell F4, I should be with this cell selected F4. I've missed some gross pay. I've got these dates all in the wrong place. I missed a field here. Oh, ouch. Hours worked, federal gross. Where did I lose the day? Oh, hire date should have been clear out here. So I need to cut these. I put them in the wrong spot. They should be clear out here, and I'm going to paste them. So I cut them out, and I paste them over there. So make sure you put yours in the right spot. Do not follow my, add them in the wrong day, because here, I need to put a formula. It'll be equals D4 times E4. Okay? And what he has you do is go across and put these formulas in, and then highlight them all and do the fill down. I'm just going to fill them down as I go, so it doesn't matter whether you do it his way or my way. The federal tax over here, so they give you the formula on the federal tax. So the federal tax is going to be equals 0.26 times parentheses F4 minus C4 times 22.16. 2.16, make sure I have that right, parentheses. Okay? And then I'm going to put that in and fill it down and check my numbers as I go. The next one, state tax here, is just equals 0.055 times F4. That in, fill it down. This next one is equals parentheses G4 plus H4 parentheses divide by F4. And then the last one, net pay here, is equals F4 minus Shift G4 plus H4 parentheses. And then fill that down. Okay. And then he goes clear over. I'm going to clear over the page 2-13 to check my numbers. So this number here should be 20124, 514, 110, 0.3121, 1367. All my numbers are correct. At this point, I save it. And then from here on out, I just start doing the totals in that, and it should be pretty straightforward. That should get you started.